All right, so here we are. We're going to figure out how to do a definite integral or do the fundamental theorem of calculus with our calculator, and we're going to try to do it using Geogebra. So here I am on the Geogebra page. We're going to open this up, and the problem that we're trying to do is we're trying to do the integral from 0 to 3 of negative x squared plus 3x according to the notes page that we have. So I'm going to give you an option here. So I'm going to start by punching in negative x squared plus 3x. So there's my graph. And I can do my special points if I want to and figure out what my, so I'm supposed to do integral from 0 to 3. Well, that also is the only part of this that's in the first quadrant. So I probably don't need these special points, but I just put them on here. So take these away. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to integrate this thing. So this is what's going to happen. I'm going to type in int. And as soon as I hit the parentheses after that, it's going to give me what looks like an integral now. And I'm going to now say, I'm going to go integral from 0. I'm going to use the arrow up to get to 3. I'm going to use the arrow over to get to the function. And for that function, I'm just going to punch in f of x since it's already on my screen. And then I have to put in the integral. I'm integrating with respect to x. I have to have that variable. If I don't have that variable, it won't work. As soon as I hit enter, there is my value of a, which is that integral. So the value of my integral is 4.5. If you didn't want to graph it first, you could just come straight to this page. And let's say that I just delete this, it's totally gone. int, again, parentheses will give me the template. Integral from 0, whoops, oh, let's undo that. So int, parentheses 0 to 3 of my negative x squared plus 3x, integrating with respect to x, bam, and it'll actually graph it for me, and it will shade in the value that I'm finding the integral of. So that's the area of the region because it's also above the x-axis. That's one problem you're doing, okay? So I'm going to get rid of that one. The other problem that you're doing now involves an absolute value. So integral 0 to 5, absolute value of the quantity x squared minus 5x plus 4. So I could do it the same way. I could say, what's my f of x? Here is my absolute value. Now, when I go to do absolute value, I'm going to type ABS. And as soon as I hit parentheses, it's going to give me the absolute value template. So int for integral, ABS for absolute value. My function is x squared minus 5x plus 4. And there's my function. And again, I could go and I could do special points and all that if I want to. We're just supposed to be integrating this thing, int, parentheses gives me my template. I'm integrating that thing from 0 to 5. Here I have the option of either just retyping the equation if I'm doing it from scratch, or I could just say f of x. And notice as soon as I tell it I'm integrating with respect to x, so I already have my value down there. What's my value? 8.167 would be the area of this region is represented by an integral. So there is your way to do it with Geogebra. Now that you've got a couple of examples here, go to the Edpuzzle question and try that for yourself.